Hare Krishna. Namaha Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So on this third day of Shri Gaur Purnima Festival 2021, on behalf of the World Headquarters of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness here in Sridham Mayapur, I Radhapati Gopinath Das extend to all of you a very hearty welcome. And as you all are aware, we have entered into the third day of the festival. First day was the Adivas ceremony, the flag hoisting ceremony particularly. The next day was the Adivas ceremony for the Kirtan Mela. And today is the second day of the Kirtan Mela which is going on. मैं आप सभी भक्तवृंद का अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कृष्ण भावनामृत संघ के वैश्विक मुख्यालय श्रीधाम मायापुर से हार्दिक अभिनंदन एवं स्वागत करता हूं। और हम आज श्री गौर पूर्णिमा महामहोत्सव के तीसरे दिन में हैं और आज हम जो देखने जा रहे हैं उसका मुख्य आकर्षण है कि आज जिन जिन कीर्तनियाज ने हिस्सा लिया है कीर्तन मेले में, उन सभी के कीर्तन का कुछ अंश जो सुंदरतम हिस्सा था उसे हमने बड़े प्रयास से आपके लिए संजोया है और हम उसे आपके समक्ष आज प्रस्तुत करने वाले हैं। किंतु इसके पूर्व मुझे ये बताते हुए अत्यधिक हर्ष है कि आज हमारे बीच परम पूजनीय भक्ति विघ्न विनाशक नरसिम्हा स्वामी महाराज हैं और महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद के शिष्य हैं और वे आज हमें श्रीधाम मायापुर में श्री गौर पूर्णिमा महामहोत्सव कैसे मनाया जाता है और क्या क्या उसके मुख्य आकर्षण है, महाराज उसके विषय में हमें सूचित करेंगे। So I would like to let all the audience devotees know that we are very, very fortunate to have the holy association of His Holiness Bhakti Vighna Vinashak Narasimha Swami Maharaj. Maharaj is a disciple of His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So Maharaj would be letting us know about the history of Shri Gaur Purnima festival here in Sridham Mayapur. As I have been telling, that if you know somebody who can neither travel to Mayapur nor can attend the programs throughout the day via the live telecast, then for each and every devotee of this nature, this program offers a unique opportunity, because in this condensed capsule, we bring you every day the key highlights of the day that has been spent as part of the festivities. So spread the word around and let more and more devotees join in. May I now request His Holiness Bhakti Vighna Vinashak Maharaj to kindly address us and take us through how here in Sridham Mayapur they have been celebrating the Shri Gaur Purnima festival. Over to you. I would request technical team to put the spotlight on Maharaj. Pancha kalpatarubhayasya kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Our most respectful obeisances to you, Maharaj, and thank you for accepting our introduction and our invitation. Over to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Always happy to try to do some service here in Mayapur. I've been staying here for the past year due to the situation. So it's given me a wonderful opportunity to enter more into the mood of Mayapur. Regularly, I've been coming for Mayapur festivals. I think I came to India in 1975. The first festival was maybe a couple of years before that. But we have seen over the years how the Mayapur festival has developed. We know initially from history, it was Narottam Das Thakur who initiated Gaur Purnima festival in Katuri Gram, I think that's over in Bangladesh now, and many devotees, great devotees, Vaishnavas, they would all gather, they would all come there to Katuri Gram to celebrate the Gaur Purnima festival. And we heard how Janava Mata came there and they installed many deities, wonderful festival. So in the same mode, Srila Prabhupada requested devotees to come every year to Mayapur. Well, maybe not every year, but at least the GBC members should come, the leaders should come. In Prabhupada's time, they would have also like temple presidents meetings. So temple presidents, they would usually come. It was a nice opportunity for the devotees to get together and to meet each other and to know what's going on in different parts of the world and to see the devotees, to see the new, to hear about the preaching strategies which are being used. Prabhupada wanted that every year. GBC would meet, and Prabhupada explains that their purpose in meeting was to create unity out of diversity. So the purpose of the Mayapur festival was to create more harmony in the movement, bringing the devotees all together. Over the years, we have seen the festival develop a lot of different changes naturally as our preaching, as the mood in preaching has changed. We know how our ISKCON society has changed from initially it was ashram based. So the devotees who came, they were all full-time devotees. And we were, in the beginning, it was really Westerners who were coming. People with the fair skin would all be coming to Mayapur for the Gaur Purnima festival. Nowadays, things have changed a lot. We know in Prabhupada's time it was like that. Then gradually we got the Russian influence. The Russians, Eastern Europe opened up and we had a big influx of Russian devotees coming. We still have a good number of Russian devotees here in the Holy Dham. And then then we got also different other parts of the world with African devotees and sometimes even Chinese people also coming to visit Mayapur, take part in the holy festival. Prabhupada's purpose of the Gaur Purnima festival was that devotees could come and chant together, worship the Lord, and also get training. So the Mayapur festival was meant like that. In the beginning, we didn't really know the devotees would come. I know in the beginning, we only had the Lotus building. I can remember sleeping around the corridors of the Lotus building. And then after that, they built some little accommodation along the wall where we have shops there in Mayapur now. I remember staying sometimes there along the wall. And then we had the longest building, what's now known as the Gada building. We used to call it the long building. Sometimes we would stay there. It's amazing how much Mayapur has developed over the years. And the festival has also improved so much. We know the parikrama in the beginning, we would just go out, we'd go walk down to the Yoga Peeth and to Chaitanya Mat and Srivasangam. And then one day we could go over to Bhakti Thakur's place. But that was about as far as it would go. We didn't really go around the other places. We didn't really know much about Navadvip Dham and all the islands and different places. Gradually over the years, we've developed the parikrama so nicely. Now even we have our own facilities on each island, accommodation for devotees. And we know sometimes there's like 8,000 devotees out there on parikrama. This year, of course, it's going to be different. This is a very special year, making use of technology, and we hope devotees will all participate and learn or see the devotees. Every year when we go in parikrama, Mayapur TV come and they film us out there in parikrama, and it's watched by many people. And it does inspire them to come along and join the parikrama. So parikrama is one part of the festival. Just now going on is the Kirtan Mela. Kirtan Mela is also very attractive. People love Kirtan. Kirtan Mela is an opportunity for the devotees to come and really enter into the holy name. Some of the best kirtaniers in our movement are there chanting. And it's very inspiring. Then right after Kirtan Mela, then the parikrama goes out. And after parikrama, when devotees who are out there in parikrama that come back, then we have the festival at Shantipur, which is also a part of the Gaur Purnima festival. And we arrange free transportation for all the devotees to go to Shantipur and help to distribute prasadam for lakhs of people there. It's a very nice festival, observing the disappearance of Madhavendra Puri over there in Shantipur, the home of Advaita Acharya. And then after that, we have also the Ganga Puja. There's a boat festival. There's a day just before Gaur Purnima, we have the immersion of ashes. Anybody who brings some ashes of a departed soul, there's a nice Brahmin there to instruct us how to immerse the ashes into Mother Ganga to get the full blessings for the departed soul. It's all part of the Gaur Purnima festival. And then the Gaur Purnima festival itself, we see huge crowds of people coming. The local people, of course, they come in huge numbers. It's a very big festival, a lot of kirtan going on everywhere, and there's bathing of the deities going on, different sets of Gaur-Nitai appear, and worship of Gaur-Nitai, Abhishek of Gaur-Nitai is taking place everywhere. It's really just an amazing atmosphere. It's very important for people to get this opportunity to come and take part in the Gaur Purnima festival at least one time in their life, that they want to have that opportunity to come and visit Mayapur and be here at this auspicious time of the appearance, the anniversary, the occasion of the appearance of the Supreme Lord himself. So the Gaur Purnima festival was Srila Prabhupada's desire, and he would come himself every year and take part in that festival. He had to be here for the Gaur Purnima festival. And he would encourage other leaders also, you come and we will meet here in Mayapur at the time of the Gaur Purnima. This year, you also have the opportunity, in wherever you are, whichever part of the world you're in, you can also be taking part in the Gaur Purnima festival by going online. Virtual, it's all going to be broadcast, televised. And so you can take part in everything. You can hear about all the activities. You can see for yourself all the devotees. And you can see how the wonderful Panchatattva, Radha Madhava are being worshipped. The beautiful atmosphere which is there in the temple, full of devotees. Even now, temple's packed all the time. You go walking around the temple, so many people everywhere, many people coming. So we're encouraging everybody, take advantage of this auspicious time, the Gaur Purnima festival. It's a time to increase our hearing and chanting. We want to know more about the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the different activities, and it's all taking place here in Mayapur. Usually at this time, many senior devotees who are here, they will give some seminar, they will give lectures. Just this morning, we celebrated the disappearance of His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami, that was over at his Samadhi. And we heard from senior devotees who had his personal association. People like Harisori Prabhu, Pankajangari Prabhu and Jananivas Prabhu, and then Ato Krishna Prabhu, Janmastami Prabhu. They were all describing their association and their, Pancharatna Prabhu also, of course, was there. He was also talking about his association, Tamal Krishna Maharaj. So these are very rare opportunities, very special opportunities, which we don't get most of the year. An opportunity to be with so many senior devotees and to hear from them. This is the idea of the Gaur Purnima festival, that we come together and we share our realizations and our experiences in spreading Krishna consciousness. We discuss the challenges we face, the difficulties we face, and the successes which we may have in trying to push on Krishna consciousness. It's very important for all of us to communicate, to feel that togetherness, that we are one family. And it's especially at this time, Gaur Purnima, when we need to come together and unite and connect ourselves with this Krishna consciousness movement. So I'll stop here. If there's any questions.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. It was nectarian to be hearing, and while you were describing, I could kind of sense how close you feel about the packed temple full of devotees around, and the association which is there of devotees, which is how perhaps each one of us should be feeling, the feeling of it's a kind of sense of belongingness. You're situated in higher consciousness of the Lord, so therefore you can easily feel the bliss and ecstasy. Thank you, Maharaj. If there are any questions, I would request devotees to kindly put it in the chat box, and we will read the question to Maharaj. In the meanwhile, Maharaj, I would like to ask you one question. Would you please share with us one pastime of Srila Prabhupada that would gladden us? And then maybe if there are questions, I will let you know.
One pastime of Srila Prabhupada.
Yes,
here in Mayapur. Well, Srila Prabhupada, when he would come to Mayapur, he liked to always go around the temple. He wanted to go around, and the temple went the whole grounds. This was something which he did not only in Mayapur, even in London. I joined in London, in Bury Place. So in Bury Place, Prabhupada would come and he would look through the whole building. He'd walk up the stairs and go through each room and see what's going on, what happens here, who stays here. He'd look in each room and make sure the rooms were kept neat and clean. So similarly, when he came to Mayapur, of course, he'd also do this in Vrindavan too. Came to Mayapur, we have some land, you know, it's one of the nice features about being in Mayapur. Vrindavan is kind of tight, everything, there's not a lot of space there, but Vrindavan, Mayapur is big. We do have a lot of space. There's big areas of land. It's like our own estate almost. So Prabhupada would walk around. Well, in Prabhupada's time, we didn't have so much land, but still Prabhupada would want to go around. He wanted to check everything. He liked to go around. And often he would do it right after coming to Mayapur. We would all be there to greet him. Everything would stop for Prabhupada's car to come in, and we would all be there with kirtan, and the Gurukula boys would be chanting, little Bengali boys, they'd be doing wonderful kirtan and dancing. And Prabhupada liked to see them chant and dance so much. When he saw the young Bengali boys dancing and chanting, he really, really liked it. They were really good. They're very, very nice kirtaniers, these little Bengali boys, how they chanted and danced. And every day, actually, they would be there to greet Prabhupada. Prabhupada would come down from his room, from the Lotus building there, and the Bengali boys, the very small-sized boys, they'd be there chanting and dancing, beautiful kirtan, and Prabhupada would walk down and they would follow Prabhupada into the temple, chanting and dancing. So anyway, I was remembering Prabhupada going around the temple, going around the land, and you know, in those days we were, as I said, sometimes we live on the wall there, along the wall there, where the shops are nowadays. We used to have little rooms there, accommodation there, and we'd stay in there. So Prabhupada would walk around, and the toilets there was a compound, there was a circular construction there with toilets there, and Prabhupada would come and he would check. He would actually check. He would open the door to see the toilets are kept clean. So he was really training us how conscious we have to be to keep everything nice, to keep everything neat and clean. And Prabhupada, you know, he studied chemistry. He was a chemist actually by profession. His first job after he graduated from college, he took a job in a chemical company. So he quoted a chemical equation in relation to the keeping everything clean. He said, base plus acid gives salt plus water. A base plus acid, a base like sodium hydroxide plus acid, hydrochloric acid will give salt, sodium chloride plus water. A very basic chemical equation. Any of you who studied a little chemistry, you must know this equation. So Prabhupada quoted it. He said, in the same way, a Brahmana contacts a dirty place, he must clean it. He cannot say, I didn't make the mess. He said, if the place is dirty, you have to clean it. So Prabhupada really cared so much that in Mayapur, we would keep everything nice, neat, and clean. And he would personally go around and check even the toilets to make sure that we were keeping everything really nice, neat, and clean.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Sorry, you were saying something, please.
Anyway, this is just one pastime, Prabhupada in Mayapur. You know, I'm not so expert on all of these things, but whatever I can remember.
Maharaj, there is a question from a devotee, Sahasra, and I think they're asking, how can a person be qualified to enter Sridham Mayapur?
Well, Sridham Mayapur is the place of mercy. There's no qualification required.
Jai.
For other places, there may be qualification, but Mayapur is a place of mercy. It's for everyone. And that's the nature of the Panchatattva, that they came to distribute mercy to everyone. They did not consider who was qualified and who was not. It is said, when Lord Krishna appeared, he brought with him a storehouse of love of God, but the contents was sealed. However, with the appearance of the Panchatattva, they broke open that storehouse of love of God and they plundered the contents and distributed it everywhere without consideration. Young men, old men, women and children, everyone, everywhere, they gave the mercy to everyone. And we hear also, even the dogs don't go hungry in the Dham. When there's a Vaishnava festival, even the dogs will be fed. So this is the nature of Sridham Mayapur, that it's a place of mercy. There's no qualification required. Nobody should think I'm not qualified. But it's for everyone to come and get mercy. And simply by coming to Mayapur, we can make more progress. The people, those of us who are not advanced, we can make more advancement. And those people who are advanced, they can get more advancement still. They can become more perfect. Because it's the nature of Krishna consciousness that there's no limit. We can always improve, we can always increase, go further in our Krishna consciousness. The sky's the limit, right? So Krishna consciousness is unlimited in Mayapur Dham, and it's available for everyone.
Jai. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for your wonderful enlightenment. And devotees in the chat box are feeling ecstatic because they felt really joyful when you said no qualification required to enter Sri Mayapur. So that's like a relief, a huge relief. On behalf of all of us here, we extend our token of gratitude to you, Maharaj, for blessing us with your association. And I would like to chant once as a token of thanks. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Shri Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Bhakti Vighna Vinasa Narasimha Maharaj ki jai. Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. And now we will start our capsule of today, the video capsule, which is full of, intense kirtan. All the kirtanya